about somebody that is happening upon or after a pretty significant search, finding information or details that solve a little bit of a mystery or bridge a gap, help you to understand who you are or who somebody else was. It's interesting because I watched my first full episode of Who Do You Think You Are last night. So it could be kind of evoking some of that, right? Figuring out who my ancestors were or altering what my concept is of the people that led to me existing. There's something that finally gets figured out or a missing puzzle piece that is found. So let's call on spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day, a great weekend. I hope you have some nice fall weather. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Steven. Hello, Ramses. Hello, how's it going, Lemonade? I hope you're having a good day. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. We do have a members only live stream on this upcoming Tuesday, and that would be at 9 a.m. Central. All right, let's dive in and get some more details for you. This is the Hocus Pocus Tarot. Hello, music. How are you doing? Oh, I think I missed Michael. Hello, Michael. What else do we have? Ace of Potions, which is the Ace of Cups. And the 10 of Potions, or the 10 of Cups. And the 9 of Potions. So I've pulled 3 cards, and they're all water sign related. All potions or cups. 1, 10, and 9 in the reverse. Interesting. I feel like this 9 of Cups in the reverse is the missing piece. The piece of information that maybe there was a little bit of concern in sharing, or maybe there's a family secret. Maybe we don't want you to know who your mom actually was, or maybe we don't want you to know what happened in those first couple of years. There's something here where a family connection or a domestic situation is being learned about, and it's not what was expected or perhaps what you would hope for somebody. So it could be a little bit of a drama, right? Hello, Capo. Hello, Miss Fafa. How you doing? Hello, Ghostly Poet. How's your weekend? Hello, Factastic. How are you doing? We've got the Queen of Pumpkins, which is the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess in the reverse, and the Hermit. I think this is about somebody who's already passed away, somebody who has been not with us for a while. In other words, I don't get the feeling that this is my condolences, right? I don't think you knew this person, but I think there's a family secret, or you didn't know them very well. But this is about a Queen of Pumpkins or a Queen of Pentacles. So for me, if I were to apply this to myself, which I really don't like to do, but as an example, there is a woman in my family ancestry where I don't know what her last name was. I don't know where she came from. She has a very different name. It's like a mystery. It would be something like that where you want to find out, you know, where did you come from? Where did you go? Sorry. Looking for those details because of the ties to other people or because of how it impacts you, right? Hello, Mark Dewar. How you doing? We've got the Ace of Lightning or the Ace of Swords and the Chariot in the reverse with the Fool in the reverse. Yeah. Someone has altered or removed evidence of history or the truth because they felt like it could prevent someone from getting what they wanted. Maybe they had to lie about what their ancestry was in order to be accepted. But we have the truth coming through with the Ace of Lightning or the Ace of Swords, clarifying that Ace of Pumpkins. So the Ace of Potions in this instance, it can be about what that love match was to create an heir or, you know, a descendant. But it could also be that we've got somebody finding out the truth about themselves, because the Ace of Cups can also be about, you know, self-love or self-worth. Hello, Mac. How are you doing? It's true, Dracula. What's up? Hello, Ruben. How are you? Hello, Sahani. Hello, Angel. Good morning, John. We've got the 10 of Pumpkins or 10 of Pentacles in the reverse and the Queen of Lightning, Queen of Swords. This is interesting. There's a pretty good chance that the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Lightning are actually representative of females, because I do feel like the question here is regarding parentage. But let's keep in mind that when I'm reading tarot, these are energies and they don't have to actually represent the gender or the sexuality or the physicality or any of that, right? But this is saying that we've got somebody here who was very judgmental, very like, I look down my nose at you, you're not good enough. And I feel like this person did not like the Queen of Pentacles, who could be the person you're related to, or perhaps this is the person your spouse is related to. But we have somebody that was minimalized or not respected. So there was an effort to keep them kind of in the footnotes or not make a lot of fuss about who they were. Good morning, Grindhard. Hello, Outlaw. How you doing? That's nice. That's a good start, Ruben. Hello, Mary. How are you doing? Hello, Darla. Hello, Kapil. How you doing? So we've got the Magician. Someone reading from a book. I don't think, read this Mystic Swamp card, did I? Deep dark waters, your reflection you can't see. You won't find yourself if you don't go deep. So this is somebody who, the Magician is whoever I'm reading for. You're capable of finding out some of these answers, perhaps because of changes in technology, like those websites that help you track your ancestors, right? There could be a lot more hope for you to solve this mystery or get insight into what really happened because of the internet, because of, technology, because of your ability to connect with somebody who is, thousands of miles away. It doesn't prevent you the way that it used to 100 years ago, right? 50 years ago. Oh, I hope you find somebody to do that. Good morning, Rachel. How are you doing? All right, let's switch to an oracle deck. What do we want? No, I think we want the energy oracle. What else do we have? We have the Man Holding a Heart and Angel of Balance. I think there's someone here who married for love and was looked down upon for that, was criticized or, had to defend their decision, but they felt like the person that they had fallen in love with was somebody that made them a better person. And this Queen of Swords, Emperor in the reverse individual, did not approve. That's the general problem here. Thank you, Grindhard. Thank you, Lee. Let me write down Grindhard's questions real quick. I got you. Maybe you are. Have you thought about just asking? I get it though. Sometimes it's like, well, is it the right time, Ready to spend time. And I hope so. That would be awesome. All right, and Lee, thank you. I hope you're having a good day so far. I got you written down too. All right, is it Eddie or Edie? Because I've seen both, but you let me know. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Lee. Good. I hope the same for you, Jose. Hello, new. Not on my channel. Well, I mean, at least a little bit, I guess I do here and there, but how do I say this without sounding like a jerk? When I was doing like research on like YouTube tarot channels to see what I wanted to do for my own, like I really wanted to have like a good understanding of what I had, right? One of the things that I saw was that there were a few tarot readers that maybe spent a little bit too much time singing. So I might do it occasionally if there's like a movie reference or there's just too good of a song analogy, then I might. But yeah, I try not to do that. Hello, Minnesota Picker. How are you doing? No. No. I will say good evening to you, but I will also tell you that you can come back when you change your name. Hello, Great One. How are you doing? So we've got hostilities. This is that Queen of Swords. I mean, look at that face. Does she look happy to you? She's like, how can I ruin your day? Give me a couple ideas. I really want to ruin your day. And the hostilities dude even has a sword. Granted, it's a little old school. It looks a little bit like Sword in the Stone age. But this is the person who caused the problem in your family. I'm gonna say it like that. They're probably mad about it, but that's what they did. They got overly involved in another person's situation and felt like they needed to control the narrative or make it seem like somebody wasn't actually the parent. This is the OG, the Rider-Waite or the Waite-Smith. I'm doing well, thank you. We'll see, but that's confusing to me because that's not how you have your username written. Do you not like being called new? Hello, Nathan. How are you doing? Or is it French? Like, I have a tarot deck called Tarot de la Nuit, which I believe means night. But if I'm wrong, like, I don't speak French, okay? Hello, Dana. How are you doing? Outlaw, I like Patsy Cline and Johnny Cash. Does that count? There's one Alan Jackson album that I liked a lot. I didn't listen to any of his other ones. Is she moving soon, or why do you think it? And friends asking, was that what it was? I got you. Yeah, hopefully not that jealous one, huh? So we've got, hello, Wanted, how are you doing? We've got the Six of Cups in the reverse. The Star and the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So there's an opportunity that somebody is pursuing to set the record straight. Because the Six of Cups is in the reverse. Oh, thank you so much, Laura. I hope you're having a good weekend. Let me know if you'd like me to pull a question for you, or pull some cards, I should say. Happy to do so. Hello, Tiana. What's happening? Hello, Katie. Well, I guess I don't know if that's what you mean by KTD. Did it? Welcome, at any rate. It's always fun when I have trouble figuring out how I'm supposed to pronounce someone's username. Hello, Matt. What's up? So look, the Six of Cups, this is about something that happened in the past, but it's in the reverse. It's like somebody's trying to figure out a mystery that doesn't have enough clues. It's like a math problem where you're like, well, that's great. You give me like 30% of the information that I need to be able to give you an answer. There's an opportunity here. Hold on, I have to provide cover. There's an opportunity here for someone to resolve this or find the answers. The star is like lining everything up, right? Figuring out the family tree or mapping it out. The Eight of Swords is in the reverse because somebody is able to solve what other people had failed to do. That missing puzzle piece, or like, why does it seem like I'm not actually related to this, or that I'm not actually Irish, or whatever it might be. Six of Wands is saying you end up finding what it was, that missing information. Eight of Cups in the reverse, Queen of Cups, and the Page of Cups in the reverse. For some of you, you have a relative still living that knows more details, and perhaps because the landscape of the family has changed, which I guess is kind of like my nice way of saying if somebody has passed that would have been offended, then this Queen of Cups might be willing to tell you what really happened. For others of you, this Queen of Cups is you. You being able to revisit the well, find more information, get more of a clear picture of what actually happened. But there is absolutely somebody here who is frustrated and doesn't want you to find out the truth. Whether that person has passed away or is still with you, depends on your story. Oh, that's awesome, Matt. Good for you. Hello, Tucci. How are you doing? So we've got the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Again? No. We had it in the upright. You're going to find out someone lied to you. It's not even just that there's an omission of information. It's that somebody actually tried to get you on the wrong track, to believe the wrong thing. Now, this could be a journal from 1860, okay? It doesn't have to be somebody in the flesh lying to you. But there is absolutely something here that was pure fiction. Ace of Wands in the reverse, the Sun in the reverse, Seven of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Oh, I love this. Because I do feel like despite all of the years of silence or being hidden, someone is being acknowledged, and that means a lot to them. Because this is a weird reading, okay? It's not going to resonate for everyone. But there is somebody who has not been on this earth for a long time, who is in your family tree, but has been like erased, and they're getting recognized again. Because Sun is in the reverse. This is like what has been hidden, right? Things that people maybe were ashamed of or didn't want anybody to know, something that was defended or argued. You know, everybody's got to believe what I'm telling you. But this Two of Cups, this is about the true parents. Who were the actual parents? Wow, okay. Let's see what else we've got. I think we're going to need the signs of the times. I'm very much so choosing this specifically because there's a card in here that says family tree or ancestry on it. So let's see if that one comes out. Hello, secret seeker. How are you doing? I guess I'm too used to saying super secret. Hello, Flower. How's your day going? I'm doing well, thank you. I know, right? They had different reasons for lying back then, I suppose. And for those who are curious, if you have checked out Who Do You Think You Are, the episode in particular that just like amazed me was Judi Dench's. So if you're able to watch that, like I'm telling you, I was like giggling and like clutching my blanket like How I Met Your Mother dude. Seagull. It's like, yeah, I was totally doing that because it was amazing. Thank you for putting that out there, Grindhide. Hello, Yolanda. How are you doing? I will let you know, Yolanda. I would never ask a question about reuniting permanently because you will probably get a no. Reuniting permanently is not really a thing. Even when you're in a relationship, even when you get married, even when you have children, you can't guarantee that that's going to be a permanent thing, right? That being said, I do like to do freebie questions at the end of general readings now and again. To guarantee that, you would probably want to do a super chat, but I do hope that you reunite soon. Isn't it the best, Tiana? I also watched the Tim McGraw one. That was pretty good too. All right, so we've got the moon, which is number 23. It talks about emotions. We've got number 44, firefly and wonder and globe possibility. So for some of you, this might just be a little bit of curiosity. You know, I want to know where this family heirloom came from. I want to know who is this in my old family picture album, right? There's emotions here, maybe because you look a lot like this person, maybe because it's just one of those things that you're passionate about. But you get something here that is like a little taste of the truth. You get a little bit of information that makes it seem more likely you can figure this out. And we do have this globe card, which I feel is telling you that you may be surprised by the direction that this goes. It may be something that completely contradicts what you've been told or what you've been believing before. Thank you, Flower. Advice from my guides for the weekend. I got you. Thank you. All right. We'll pull one more. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Hello, Rick. How are you doing? When I see your username, it's really hard not to quote Dave Chappelle. Hey, what's up, GP? You lurking? Huge shout out to the moderators. I couldn't do this without you all, and I love you guys. We've got opportunity and key. There's a galaxy here. I think you're gonna unlock a lot of information or be surprised at what you find, and it challenges things that may have been assumptions passed down for a few generations even, right? Oh, that's sweet of you. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, Laura. Yes, go ahead, objectify the like button all you want. Or if you can hype, you can objectify that too. So we've got surprise. I say so. Conversation and enemy. Oh, another one that I watched was Michael Sheen. I literally watched 3 of them last night. I got like full on addicted to that show last night, you guys. This though reminds me of what I saw in, well, maybe I shouldn't tell you guys that. Did I say Michael? I meant Martin Sheen. Okay, I'll just say it this way. Sometimes when you know that your ancestors have fought in a war, you assume what side they were on. For example, my grandfather, well, I shouldn't say, no. Okay, so my grandfather's like area here in Tennessee is in the northern part, and Tennessee was kind of fractured, right? There were some during the Civil War that fought for the South, and there were some that fought for the Union. Sometimes you make assumptions. I was very happy to hear that I had ancestors on the Union side. But we have a lot of surprises that people can find when they look into the past if they've made assumptions on associations. And I do feel like there could be somebody here who was hiding who you were connected to because there was some verses, right? Hatfields versus McCoys, North versus South, whatever it was. There might have been some desire to hide who this Queen of Pumpkins or Queen of Pentacles was because of their loyalties or where they were from. Thank you, Dana. Let's see. Let me write that down. Let me check. Don's phone. And then messages from Mom and Grandpa. And anything you need to be careful of. Awesome. I got you. Thank you. All right. What else do we have? We've got pleasure seekers in the reverse and thief in the reverse. See, I think this Queen of Pumpkins or Queen of Pentacles was unfairly judged or maligned. Could be they were very different from the type of people they had grown up around, or that they have been mislabeled or assumed to be, you know, a problem starter, right? But I do think that over time that was cleared up. The problem was, until it was cleared up, we have somebody here who had to deal with, I think, a lot of negativity from this Queen of Lightning, Queen of Swords. My guess would be this is a mother-in-law being extremely cruel to the person who married their son. But this, again, could take a couple of different interpretations. It doesn't have to be women. But we do have some dislike or I'm not going to be very nice to you energy coming through. Thank you, Grindheart. She's a BAMF. I don't think YouTube can get mad at me for that one. Hello, Renata. How are you doing? Hey, Yolanda. I think I advise you I do those questions at the end. This is a general reading right now. So we've got Temperance, Ten of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, I think you're going to figure out who messed with the history of it and who they were trying to hide or disparage or sweep under the rug, right? Which also makes me think of a queen in Egypt. I will probably completely destroy pronouncing her name, but I'm going to try anyways. Hatshepsut, did I do all right? Was erased. I'm pretty sure that was the one. And then I think her like son tried to like outdo her tomb by building like a much bigger one right next to hers. And then over time, Weather was very unkind to his structure, and I think hers is now bigger, which just warms my little heart, you know. People from Egypt or people who like history, if I was wrong on that, please call me out, but I'm pretty sure I got that right. Small obsession with Egypt. So we've got Knight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. This person's upset that they have been kind of erased. They want their, I don't know, spot in history to be restored, as I'm sure anyone would, right? If somebody tried to erase me from YouTube, I'd be super bummed about it. Like, how's anybody gonna laugh at that whip joke then? I was kind of bummed. The AI cut of the joke cut off the punchline. Maybe you already saw the short, but they've started creating random excerpts of the live streams that I do, and sometimes they're good to post and other times they're not. It was like 95% of the jokes, so I had to do it. All right, so this is the Wild Reflections. 10 of Cups, family. 5 of Swords in the reverse, clarifying the 5 of Cups. Someone who's able to make things right. I know you were erased, or I know people tried to delete you from the records, but I found you. There were people who didn't seem to be proud of you or didn't want anybody to know where you came from, but it's like you're restoring this person. For some, this could be about identifying a person in a cold case, but I feel like this is more so about ancestry. We've got King of Wands, Ace of Cups in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, Page of Wands in the reverse. I know, maybe there's like a test that you've done. I know that I'm not related to this person that people said I was, or people had advised me, you know, this is the right person, or they just said I didn't know at all. It's like a mystery that this person can't leave alone. And I don't blame you. I would be curious too, you know? Hello, Dr. Dre. Ooh. Flower, let me see if I can add that on the paper. And thank you. Ooh, that's really cool. Should consider tattoo artist. I gotta make sure I'm not mixing up your question with Brian Hart's. It's like melding into each other, but I got you, Flower, and thank you. And yeah, if it was just my opinion, I would vote both, but I think that's awesome. Hello, Daydreamer. Hello, Gary. Sorry, guys, my chat got stuck, and now I'm like refreshing it. Hello, Danny. Hello, Jonathan. How are you doing? Yeah, that's a good call, music. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Flower, it sounds like you are well set up to be successful, whatever it is that happens, right? Hello, Balance. How are you doing? Hello, Sergio. All right. So I'm going to figure out just a little bit more for this general reading, and we'll start the personal questions here probably within the next like 3 minutes, to be honest. So we've got the 6 of Cups in the reverse again. We've got the King of Swords. I think this is your energy. Again, you don't have to be a man to be the King of Swords. This is somebody who has a way to gain access to expertise. So this could even be like somebody who works at the Library of Congress. I know they like to go there for information on that show. But there's an expert or expertise that is given to you, and it helps you to realize what was the illusion. Where's the lie? You find it and you're like, okay, that helps. Now I know where to go from here. Now I can do a little bit more digging. But you end up realizing that there's been a family lie, or there's been a story told that was not founded in truth. It was an emotional reaction by somebody who was frustrated and wanted to paint another person as the villain, but you're able to locate what really happened between these two. There could have been a war that made these two hate each other. There could have been, you know, you're from here, or you believe in that, or you're too old, or you're too young, or you already have a kid. There's something here where there was definitely prejudice, okay? Whether it's color of skin, age, whatever it is, this Queen of Swords was not a fan of the person that got erased. All right, let's get just a few from the situations deck, and then we'll move on to the personal questions. Thank you, I appreciate that, Danny. Balance, that is a band. Hey, Joseph, how are you doing? That sounds complicated. So we've got poison, toxic, unhealthy behaviors, people, single, current status, available, divine masculine, lockbox, closed in, trapped, frustrated. All right, so here's what I'm picking up. This person might have had a child out of wedlock. This person may not have been married. And as a result, there were some complications with regards to capturing the truth regarding when someone was married, who are the parents. But this information, I think, was hidden away somewhere that you can at some point access, whether that's because you do one of those little test things or because you find documentation. It's looking more like it's going to be documentation. Something you could potentially find on the internet. Well, I guess that would also qualify, though, because you would get your results via the interwebs, right? But there's someone who ended a relationship or lied about a relationship because of the perception of others and perhaps some embarrassment or some, you know, we could get in trouble if people knew that you were a communist or whatever it was, right? Hello, Daydreamer. Hello, Daytona. Hello, Carol. How are you doing? Hello, Carrie. All right, we're going to start with the personal questions. Let's go with, this is the Earth and Bones Tarot. All right, so first up, we've got Grind Hard. Has there, from the lady friend, been some talking about Grind Hard this morning? Has she been talking about him? Yes. There's something here that she is trying to figure out how to say that she has not said yet. So she's getting advice. This is why she's talking about you. Why does it feel like he's in a relationship without her telling him? Eight of Jars in the reverse. Page of Wands or Page of Wicks in the reverse, and the Four of Jars. Because I'm a little bit nervous that if I say something, maybe it won't be the way that I want it to be. You might have to be the one to talk about it, basically, is what this is saying. So, hey, it kind of feels like we're already in a relationship. How about, like, we make it official? Take the leap of faith. Find the right moment, right? But we do have somebody who could be a little bit nervous about rejection. That could be your energy. That could be her energy. It could be both, right? But I do think it's headed that way. Is she ready to spend time together? She's working on it. There's something here with travel issues. Maybe there's difficulty in car, logistics, looking for a job. Where would I stay? So there's a desire, but it's not quite right timing in terms of how to make it happen. Does she feel like he's her boyfriend already? Yes. Two of Crystals or Two of Swords, Queen of Crystals, and the King of Petals. This looks like, I'm not going to say it first. It's the man's job. You got to say it. I'm not going to say it. I don't believe it's the man's job, but that's what it sounds like to her. This is like, you have to be the one to do that, right? I knew you would get it, Tiana. Hello, Breezy. How are you doing? Hello, Weewas. How's it going? Balance. Ooh. Well said. All right. So, is she moving soon? Is she moving soon? Yes. Nine of Jars, which is the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Crystals or Four of Swords. She feels like there are things that work against her where she currently is, and she's interested in changing things up. A change of scenery could do her good, right? So do you think that's something that she's working towards or interested in? Are her friends asking about Grind Hard? No. I think for the most part, I see 4 friends that like you. Now, they may know very little, they may know a ton, but I see 4 friends that are like, this is going the right direction. I think you should invest with this guy, or I think you should do that. And then we have the jealous friend, right? The jealous friend is saying that future wifey should be holding out for something of higher caliber. So she's a little bit of a doubter. I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think the other friends might be a little bit more successful in having their voices heard. But we are rooting for you, Grindhard. You let us know when that relationship is finalized. We'll throw a party. Yep. Wait. For what? I got 4 friends. Oh, good luck on your final, Tiana. You are going to be amazing. All right, so for Lee, let's see what we've got. What do we have for guidance for Lee, please? We've got the Sun in the reverse. Four of Wands. 6 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands in the reverse. This looks to me like good news for your hubby in the dismissal, or just bad news for your ex. But I'm seeing that the 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands in the reverse is somebody loses, and it's a good thing. They were supposed to lose. This is not what they were actually like. They were delusional when they felt like they could make this work. So with this 4 of Wands, Sun in the reverse, I see somebody is unhappy, all of a sudden feeling kind of like, I think I'm gonna go out and celebrate. How you like them apples? I kind of feel like it might be your husband. But I mean, there's like someone who's a bit, you know, this face. That's BS. Yeah. I don't know. Does he sound like Cartman? Yeah, I think there's going to be a win for you that really upsets someone else, or a win for your hubby that really upsets someone else. So with the Temperance in the reverse, this is a little bit of a heads up that you might have an overreaction or somebody who loses their temper. I don't know why I want to laugh. I just feel like I would laugh at this person. I'm sorry, Lee. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. So again, thank you to Laura. And then we've got 2 questions for Flower. Let's go with, I'm going to ask the specific question first so that the advice that you get is not specific to that question, okay? Should Flower consider becoming a tattoo artist? Yes, but it looks to me like it would be a ramp up. Don't jump ship and just do that. So this could be that hybrid option you're talking about where you would do both. Is it best to do both, that and the nurse? This is saying, wait for the right moment. You will get a sign. Right now, with Strength in the reverse, there's something that makes things a little bit difficult to make a super clear pivot. With the Hanged Kitty, this is like there's somebody or something that has to change. Like I'm seeing, you know, pendulum on a clock. It's on the wrong side. It needs to swing back to the other side. So it could be, this is slow season for tattooing. Doesn't make sense to me though, because don't you want to keep your tattoos out of the sun? So shouldn't winter be busy season? But there's something here about it's not quite right timing, but doing preparations and allowing for that to be your exit ramp is a good idea. So is this saying more so like springtime? Winter. So beginning of the year? Of course, I don't know if you're on the same season timeline as I am, but this is saying give it a few months, but start the preparation work. I do feel like there's going to be somebody who has a space vacate in the next 2 months, and that could be the best place for you. All right, so what kind of guidance would we have for Flower beyond that? From her guides, or from Flower's guides. I shouldn't assume you are a female. Knight of Cups. I love that. How great is that image right there? Dana, I see you. Let me write this down real quick. Ooh, I'm sorry about that. Blood test. Dana or... And then, well, Bond's friends like me. Sorry guys, I'm totally running out of space on here and trying to make it work. Will my son finally be happy at school? Dina, I hope I don't mess any of this up because it's not written down in a very orderly fashion, but I'm going to do my best. You can yell at me via email if I mess it up. Hello, Carol. Thank you. I think I saw something about an ex, right? I'll wait for you to clarify, Carol, if you'd like. Ah, yes, proposal in near future. I got you. All right. Advice from the guides for Flower. We've got the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups in the reverse. There's an offer here from somebody who is not well-intentioned. Somebody who I think you see through. I think you know that you can't trust this person. So, Flower, this is saying when someone makes you an offer and you know you can't trust that offer, you don't have to be rude about it. You don't have to be, like, cruel, but communicate quickly that you are not interested, because I do feel like that brings in another offer for you. So don't leave it hanging. Don't lead them on. If you know it's not going to work, tell them, and you can be clear or professional or respectful or whatever, but saying no is important. All right, and good luck to you on that, Flower. So for Dana, I think we'll use the Pulp Tarot. Yes, Balance. Usually it's for super chats. I admit this morning I probably do not have time to do freebies, as it's kind of a long list of questions and I did not eat breakfast yet. So forgive me for that. But I do tend to do freebies every once in a while. Ah, yes, that's the one. All right. So for Dana, we've got... Is the protective female still going through Bond's phone? No. I do feel like because of something he was able to do. Maybe he's being more vigilant, or maybe he's put a lock on that wasn't there before. But I do feel like he's taking better care to not let somebody get access to it. What message do we have for Dana from her mom? Ace of Pentacles, Moon in the reverse, Justice. There's an opportunity approaching you to set right something that was unfair or unjust. I do feel like this has to do with somebody who had not great intentions towards you. You may not necessarily have a front row seat to this. In other words, someone from your past may be getting karma while you're busy starting a new chapter. But there is a little heads up here from your mom that somebody is getting their just desserts for being obtuse, difficult, self-absorbed. All right. And what do we have for Dana from Grandpa Francis, please? Ten of Wands in the reverse, Ten of Cups. Two of Cups. This looks to me like there is an increase in emotional security coming your way, whether that's increased closeness with your son or happier connection with Bond. It does feel to me like your grandpa is sending positive energy and wanting to make sure you stay hopeful over what's progressing or what's moving forward. There's some healing happening here. I don't know if you can see it, but what is that called? I forget it. I think it starts with a K or a C. I don't know. But it refers to healing. Sorry, guys. Oh, I bet Flower knows because she does the nursing thing. Maybe? So we've got Temperance, Queen of Swords, and the Empress. So your thoughts have a lot of influence right now over what's happening, Dana. Being positive and knowing that things are going to become more peaceful is really important for you. And then do we have any warning for Dana that she needs to know about? Is there any warning for what's coming up for Dana that she needs to know about? We've got the Four of Swords, Two of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So there's something about healing, and this could be about you or about someone close to you, where the healing doesn't go well. So what I'm seeing is, I strangely just talked about this yesterday, I think. I, at one point, was jumping in 4-inch heels, which is never a good idea. But, you know, I had to celebrate a win, so that's probably why I was doing it. But I broke my ankle and my toe at the same time. I went to, I think it was Walgreens, and they hadn't, like, addressed the icy, wintry mix on their floor, and I fell and exacerbated it. So it meant that my healing time was changed. It was longer then, right? So there's something like that here, where if directions are not followed to, you know, perfection, it could cause an infection or a delay in getting back to what you need to do or what they need to do. So this is saying be very cautious with regards to someone's healing or to your healing. You need to be very precise because there's a potential for some problems there. Ooh, Balance, I got you. Thank you for the tip. Guidance with love, I got you. And what or who I should have my focus on. I got you. I can kind of not read that, but I hope. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm running out of paper, so I probably, goodness. Okay. I'm breaking things now. Okay, I'm gonna, if you all will be patient with me for 2 seconds, I'm gonna make sure that I've got these questions written down better for the folks that just tipped. Okay, we had Carol with the proposal coming in the near future. And then Dana, I know we still have a couple questions for you. And then we have Balance. All right, this will keep me honest. And then Pulkit, will I get a job and some stability soon? I sure hope so. I'm sending you abundant energy, and I have added you to my list. Right now, I have 2.5 people in front of you, Pulkit, because I'm almost through the questions for Dana. So Dana, let me find those questions. We've got an abnormality in the blood test for your son. I'm sending healthy vibes that way. I hope it goes all right. But you wanted to know, is this because of you or because of the ex? Is this abnormality traced back to Dana's ex? Yes. It would be your ex. With the Ten of Swords. Y'all are amazing. Thank you. And flower, we've got, should I call my ex and tell him no? I'm going to go with yes, but let's ask your guides, right? Because sometimes, you know, it seems perhaps a little bit silly, but I do feel like it can be a bit of a block or almost like a goal post, right? Can you communicate, I'm not interested, I don't want that, I don't like that, that's not gonna work with my boundaries, or that's not gonna work with my schedule. Those things are really important for your personal progress, standing on business, right? Defending what you need, defending what you want. All right, so we've got will Bond's friends like Dana? Yes. It takes a little bit of time. Oh, and we got the Three Cups too. This talks about support. It takes a little bit of time. I do feel like right now there is something impacting their perception or something that makes it more difficult for you, and that could be changing in the near future. So this is like, be patient and be who you are. You're lovable. They'll figure it out, but they're going to be difficult initially. And then we've got, I thought there was one more for you. Oh, here it is, here it is. Will son finally be happy at school? Will Dana's son finally be happy at school? To be honest, I see a pretty consistent dislike or discontentedness with moments of excitement or happiness sprinkled in, but there's a lot of anxiety here. And with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, it feels to me like there could be an issue with trying to make friends with somebody who doesn't have good intentions, and things improving for him if he pulls back from trying to be friends with somebody who seems kind of like a bully. But I sure do hope that gets better for him. Okay, Dana, I think I got all your questions. Let me know if I didn't, and thank you. And then next up, we've got Carol. So for Carol, we've got, is the proposal, or is there a proposal in the near future? Let me get a different tarot deck for you, though. Is there a proposal for Carol in the near future? Hello, Green Eyes. How you doing? Oh, I love that for you, Carol. Ooh, I love this so much. Okay, so yes, there is in the near future, and we've got the Ten of Cups, which is a card that talks about love. So I am over the moon for you. Now I have to cover the boobies, but we also have the World card. There's a new chapter starting for you, and it's marked by happiness and closeness and a sense of security. There's a requirement here for you to let go of something that you feel is a block or hindrance. So in other words, your mindset is going to influence the timeline of this. When you let go of insecurity, or when you forgive someone from your past, whatever this is kind of tying you to this previous chapter of your love life, once you cut through that and you fully embrace the good stuff, then that Ten of Cups comes in for you. So if there's anything tying you to the past that can be a little bit burdensome, such as needing to forgive an ex or a family member, I would do that with quickness. You just got to be genuine, of course. But yes, I do feel like there's a proposal coming in shortly for you, or within the next couple of months. Four of Wands in the reverse indicates, though, that there is that possibility for insecurity. So it's like that is waiting on your mindset to change and feel like things could go positively, or that this thing doesn't have to bother you anymore. All right. hope that goes well for you. For balance, we want guidance on love life. What guidance do we have for balance regarding love life, please? What guidance do we have for balance regarding love life? 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, Knight of Wands, 2 of Cups. There may be somebody you need to cut off or somebody you need to ghost, because we do have this 5 of Pentacles. There's an ending that has to happen. Very similar actually to the previous reading. So there could be a flirtation, there could be a roster, there could be a friend that wants to be more than a friend and you're not sure if you should still be friends, but you feel like it's too mean to like not even be friend. There's something here that needs to end. And when it does, it ushers in this new love connection for you, somebody who is on the same level or somebody who sees and really appreciates what you have to offer. Let me just ask, what is this 5 of Pentacles? Queen of Pentacles. A sense of duty or responsibility to somebody who does not deserve it. So if you address that, it draws in that love connection or makes that a more likely scenario for you, right? Hey, Sahil. That's not cool. So, deuces. I saw... Okay, cool. There. Merida also tipped. I'm going to have to probably cut it off after that, you guys, because I'm going to run out of time. And I love you all, just to be very clear. But we've got what's coming up for me and the rest of the year in general. Got you. Year. And if you hear my stomach growl, feel free to make fun of me. All right, let's see. Pull kit we've got. Is there going to be a job? Wait. Hold on, I wasn't done with balance. Balance had what or who to focus on. I caught myself, balance. What does balance need to know regarding what or who to focus on? There is a choice here that could cause delays or instability for you. So there's definitely something you're being encouraged to walk away from. So the Lovers, they don't have clothes, so I'm going to hold the card like that. But there's an important choice for you regarding a person that has not been a good influence or not been a trustworthy individual. This is somebody who continues to fail, and it's almost like they make things worse for themselves. They might be clingy or obsessive towards you, or this could be somebody who you feel like you have to be protective over. But it looks to me like this is somebody who is codependent and enabled. They need to be empowered to take care of themselves instead. So this could be a friend, this could be an ex, this could be somebody who feels like you should take care of them, but they need to do a little bit more for themselves. Yep, exactly. Hello, Gnostic. Hello, Darnell. How's it going? Hello, Jalissa. I actually don't know. I have to check on a flight status. And then I will know. I may not be back today. But I might be able to, like, right afterwards on the laptop. Yep. All right. So you know what I'm talking about. Excellent. And what should balance focus on? Sending out those rejections. This is making me think of when I disconnected from people on Facebook or gave up the app altogether or walked away from a job. There's something here about a lot of change happening for you, and it may seem like you're rejecting a bunch of people. Like, you're cool, You know what I mean? Hopefully you know what movie I'm quoting there. I can't really say F you over and over again. YouTube gets all mad. But this is like your season of walking away from certain things because you are making room for the right things. And that's okay. You're clearing out the closet of the BS clothes that you don't like anymore. You're done with the crop tops. And you're finding the other stuff that you want. And that's okay. I'm happy for you. All right. Sorry, Pulkit, for faking you out. Good luck to you, Balance. Pulkit, we've got a job question. Will there be a job or increased stability soon for Pulkit? This is saying soon may be generous, but I do feel like within the next 7 weeks, you're going to find something hopeful. And with this Six of Pentacles, I do feel like this is a good paying job. This is gain. The Six of Pentacles is also about like support, right? So there could be somebody who offers to help you during this time, and there could also be around 7 weeks information that comes in for you regarding a job. Do whatever you can to make your situation as advantageous as it can, right? Positive mindset, believing in yourself. Is there books you can read? Do you need to read business journals? Whatever would make you improve your situation, full tilt, right? But I do feel like there is something here that benefits you, and I see a gain or an increase in your financial stability. You wish, I would encourage you to connect with people who are complete strangers in a more loving way, as Jesus would do, instead of starting off your connection with them, judging them. You push them away and your message ends up getting lost in your hate. So do as Jesus would do and connect with others in a loving way, okay? I did put you in a timeout, but if you want to come back and be sweet and nice and respectful of other people's choices, you are welcome to do so. All right, I'm wishing you luck, Pulkit. Flower, we had another tip, thank you, and a should I call my ex and say no? So let's find out for Sheezy. Yes, yes, take action on this offer. Tell the ex, it's a no from me, dog. I don't want to be your fake placeholder or whatever it is. You deserve better than that, and I'm not entirely certain that there's any good that would come from that, other than just saying no and then ushering in new stuff for you. So I hope that goes well and that there's no drama for that, right? Okay, we're gonna go to Merida. What is coming for Merida for the rest of the year, or what does Merida need to know? You're so welcome, Pulkit, and I wish you all the luck. If anyone can send some positive stability type energy towards Pulkit, I would appreciate that. I love that you all are so encouraging towards each other. Thank you. LOL, Gnostic. All right, so what is coming for Merida the rest of the year, please? Ooh, King of Rupees, which is the King of Pentacles, and Page of Rods or Page of Wands. This is good news regarding stability or security. So this could be about your money, this could be about your living situation, but there is positive change or positive news, and it could have to do with somebody that you've known for a while, or it could be that there is a gift given to you. There is also a little bit of a warning here. There's somebody who causes chaos everywhere they go. Do you have anybody in the family or a friend who is in and out of jail? Do you have anybody that you associate with that is constantly causing problems, stealing things perhaps? Because this person could potentially cause some problems for you. There could also be somebody who hasn't really told you about their tendency to be incarcerated, but I do feel like there's somebody who wants to cause chaos. You have the ability to plan to go a different direction, or just like not go to an event where you'd have to run into this person. So you're able to avoid that entirely, and that would be my recommendation. Millie, I'm trying to log off. I will do your question, but like everybody, I can't do any more questions today. Like my stomach, you just heard me. I need to eat some food, okay? Merida, be cautious of this lying individual. They have no intentions of changing or being better. Grind hard, you're killing me. I need to leave. Come on, you guys. No more. Okay. And Nelly, we got, what are Geet feelings for Suvik? What are Geet's feelings for Suvik? We've got Page of Pentacles and the Sun in the reverse. I know that there's been some problems, but I want to find a way to figure out what could happen if we did it the right way, if we approach things more respectfully. But I'm also concerned that things are over. All right. Is there going to be contact? There could very well be some communication here. I don't know that it would be in the very near future. We've got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. There seems to be a problem with finances or security, perhaps pertaining to a living situation or family. And that needs to be resolved first before it seems like this person's willing to connect. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, guys. All right, grind hard. I'm going to do those now because I really don't want to forget about them. Is she ready to move in soon? Is she ready to move in with grind hard soon? Yes. And what does she want to tell him? What does she want to tell him? Oh, stop it. You don't want me to ruin that though, do you? Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups. I love you, possibly. Or I can see myself falling in love with you. There's some feelings there. All right, y'all, I love you. Thank you so much for the likes and the subscribes. Thank you for hyping my video if you're able to. I am so sorry that I did not get to say hi to those of you that came in the last half of the reading. Thank you for keeping me busy with all these questions, and I will see you in the next reading. Toodles.